Very discreetly, Joaquim Rodriguez takes on the part of one of the main outsiders of this Vuelta 2015. Everyone expected Quintana, praised the strength of Fabio Aru or the resilience of Tom Dumoulin, but the man from KATUSHA could very well shake the hierarchy. Purito takes today's stage and now lies only 1 second behind Fabio Aru in the overall ranking. It's Rodriguez's 9th stage win on the Vuelta, and the man whose best results so far were the 3rd place can harbor some ambition to do even better this year. Stage 15 between Comillas and Sotres Cabrales was neutralized for almost 6 kilometers before the second of the 3 Asturian stages finally took off. No great difficulties on this stage except for the final ascent to Sotres after 160 kilometers, a 13-kilometer climb with an average slope of close to 13%. This stage should see the race leaders dominate, and the final ascent could wreak some havoc in the overall ranking, as several favorites will probably be eager to take the stage win. 30 kilometers are done before the first break. 9 men part company with the pack. Amongst them, Haimar Zubeldia, best placed in the overall ranking, and some good climbers like Blel Kadri, who won a difficult mountain stage at Moselaine on the Tour de France, or Pierre Rolland, who took the Tour de France stages at La Toussuire and l'Alpe d'Huez. Riders capable of resisting if the gap was large enough before the final ascent. The first hour is done at 49.2 kilometers an hour on a slightly descending track. The peloton doesn't let the gap grow too much, and 30 kilometers before arrival, the lead of the escapees is of 4 minutes, while Movistar leads the pack for an expected attack of Nairo Quintana. At the foot of the final ascent, the lead of the 9 escapees has even dwindled to a minute, and the showdown begins. Nairo Quintana is isolated and tries to attack 10 kilometers before the finish line, but he is reeled back in by Luis Leon Sanchez and his team ASTANA, who take the lead of the pack. Meanwhile at the front, Zubeldia attacks his breakaway companions and attempts what seems to be a hopeless break with a lead of just 1 minute. The Basque from Track Factory resists bravely, but he is pulled back 2 kilometers before the finish line. 3rd place Tom Dumoulin has a hard time following the other leaders and falls back. He will eventually lose close to a minute again today. On the last curve of the ascent, Joaquim Rodriguez attacks while Quintana falls back due to troubles with his bike. The Colombian will manage to catch up again, but no one will stop Purito Rodriguez from taking the win on stage 15. Behind, Fabio Aru has trouble on the final slopes. He can't follow Rafal MAJKA and is also passed by Nairo Quintana on the finish line to take the 4th place. Considering our results these last days, we can be very happy with this stage win. With only 1 second to Aru, we're in a perfect position now, that is sure. But the strongest will end up winning the Vuelta anyway, so being 1 second ahead or behind doesn't make a big difference, I believe. What's important is to be in good condition. We have to keep it up like that. The gaps on stage 15 were expected to be bigger, but the favorites didn't leave each other any space today, and eventually Rodriguez takes the stage closely before Rafal MAJKA and his teammate Dani Moreno. Tom Dumoulin finishes 12th and loses 51 seconds today. In the overall ranking, Fabio Aru holds on to the red jersey, but by 1 second only. Tom Dumoulin falls back by 1 rank, just like Romain Sicard, who leaves the top 10, replaced by the South African Luis Menyes. Tomorrow, to start the final week, 7 slopes and ascents are on the menu, and a lot of things should happen in the mountain classification. The main dish will be served at the end of the stage, from Luarca to l'Alto Ermito de Alba. A first category summit 20 kilometers before the finish line, and no time to breathe, as the final ascent with an average slope of 11% follows immediately after. It will climb for more than 5,000 meters on tomorrow's stage, a real test before the day off.